Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. And today I'm diving into the 10 things I absolutely love about my Tesla Model 3. Whether you're a current owner, thinking about getting one, or just curious about what makes this car so special, you've come to the right place. Stay around until the end for 2 bonus points. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Let's start with the innovative Tesla app features. So let's go right into the app. And here you can remotely monitor your car status, including your charge level, tire pressure, and lock status. So here you can see that I have my charge limit set at 55, but you can scroll this up and down to whatever you want. So we have 55. We can also go into controls here. Like I said, the PSI, you can monitor it right there. You can open the trunk, you can unlock and lock the car. Down here you have a few other controls you can use. And if you go to, let me see right over here, just kind of hold down one of these here, and more customized controls that you can actually bring up here, appear down here. And if you want to unlatch the door, because let's say it's frozen, like the other day, my car handle was frozen, so I had to use this. But you can access it right there. If you want to precondition your car, if it's hot, if it's cold, you can quickly do it from right here. As you heard, it turned on. Or you can go to climate and you get everything here. You get, you can raise and lower the temperature. You can defrost your car, which I just made a video on. You can do the camp mode, dog mode, and then the cabin overheat protection. Right now I have that off. You can vent your windows, and here you can also have your heated seats or ventilated seats, steering wheel as well. The heated steering wheel, 'cause it's not a ventilated steering wheel, but it's just, and you just kind of do this, and you can see here, heat, cool, or auto. It'll know exactly what you want it to do. Let's leave it at heat, because right now it's super cold. If you click on this one here, you can also use the summon feature if you are subscribed to FSD, because it is an FSD feature. You can also, if you go to location, you can also type in an address where you want to go. Let's say, I don't know, let's go to Home Depot. And let's go this one here, destination added. You can actually send it to the car, pressing that, and then it'll appear down here. So you don't have to be in the car to send it a destination. You can do that from the app, which is really nice. Number 2, frequent over-the-air updates. So ever so often, you'll get software upgrades, which will come right in here. I can't remember when the last time I got an update, maybe a couple of weeks ago or so, and we're right now at, let me see, where are we here? What software? I guess version 13.2.21, which is the latest full self-driving software, I believe. And with those regular software updates, it improves the functionality and also adds new features. Let's see the release notes from the latest one. FSD supervised here. Now the Apple Watch was a cool one because you didn't need a third-party app to use your Apple Watch to, unlock your doors, precondition the car. And when I say precondition, I don't mean the battery warming to do fast charging, but to, climate control your car, whether you're putting the heat on or you're putting the AC on. That is what I mean by preconditioning. So I know that it's very confusing, but that's what I mean by that. So even older models receive all these updates here, so that way your car never feels super old. Most cars now that are not, EVs or not Teslas, you get the year's model, and that's the stuff that's the software you get. Very rarely will you get a software update on those cars. With this is regularly bringing in new features, new functionalities to sometimes make your car feel like new, even if it's a few years old. One of the big updates with the full self-driving was, not having to have your hands on the wheel all the time. And now it's just hands-free driving. You can use FSD without having to hold the wheel or keep jerking the wheel, as long as you're paying attention. One of the features that I really love about the Model 3 is that you can start driving by just pressing the brake. So I press the brake, It knows I need to go, or I should go into reverse. I could go straight if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. And a new feature that they just released is also quite awesome, which is this right here. You get out of your parking space, or you're backing out of your driveway, you're doing parallel park, and then you can actually activate drive by brake and turning whatever way you want to go. And just like that, you are now shifted into drive, and you don't have to use the screen to scroll up or down. I love that. I wonder if they can bring that to the Model Ys or the older Model 3s that don't have, or that still have the stalks. I wonder if that's something that they thought about, or if they just can't do it from a hardware or maybe software perspective. But I think that'd be quite awesome if they can just use the shift to drive. I don't know if that's something that is possible to do with those cars. Number 3, a superior user interface. The biggest thing with Teslas is the minimalist style that they have. A lot of people don't like this. You know, they want a dashboard here, they want physical buttons here, but I really think that this is nice and clean. It's minimalist, it has an intuitive design, and pretty much everything is customizable. You can customize your controls here, the acceleration, the steering weight, the autopilot. Everything is pretty much customizable from this one screen. Climate control is down here. If you want to go right into it, you click this here. And you also have some features where you can use the scroll wheels. Let me shut that off. Might make it a little too loud. The scroll wheel to change the fan speeds. As you can see here, I got low, medium, high, and the reason I have low, medium, high, because right now it's set to auto, but if I take the auto off, I can get that out of here, sorry. I can set the speed from 1 all the way to 10 just using the scroll wheel here. And if I go back to the left, I can change the temperature. So I really don't even have to go into the HVAC controls here. I can do it all from the steering wheel if you wanted to. Going into what you can customize, you can customize your mirrors right here, your steering wheel, whether you want it up, down, out, or in. You can customize the wipers. I have it on off auto. I don't recommend it. It still has a bunch of glitches with that. The dynamics, right now I have it on standard. I like it on standard. Chill means that you won't get as much torque, or you won't get that responsiveness when you accelerate, but I like it on standard. I like the steering wheel light. I tried them on all standard and heavy, and I prefer the light. Apply brakes when regenerative braking is limited, and I can make a whole video on my settings, which I could do if you want me to. Just put it down in the comments section below. But like I said, everything is customizable. It's all right here. You can actually, with the newest software update, you can move. And I know you can't see it right now, but maybe you can see that now coming forward. You can move your passenger seat up and down without having to go across and do that. The display you can also set. I have it set on brightness of auto, so that way it just does it by itself. Reduce the blue light if I want to. All this stuff. Something you can also do within the app and in the car. You can schedule when you want your car to charge. You can schedule when you want your car to be conditioned. You can have as many of these as you want, I think. Because not everyone has, I leave at 7, I come back at 5 every type of day. I know I don't. So I believe this is one of the newer updates that now lets you do that. Before, you didn't need a third-party app to do more than one time, more than one schedule, but now you can put multiple schedules into the car. And like, say you share a car and you leave at different times. This is where you have all this ready to go. So I guess you can see here, I have different times, different days that I have this car ready to either precondition or charge. You go to navigate and you need to go charge somewhere. You want to go charge somewhere. You got to go to charging here. And you'll see all the different superchargers that you have and their maxes and how much they're charging you. And one of my favorite updates that I've wanted forever on any car, on anything, and even on the phones, is this right here, the weather. When you're doing road trips, or when you're on a road trip or whatever, you're going to start a road trip and you want to, see what lies ahead or while you're driving, and if you're going to get out of that, rainstorm or whatever it is, This is great. I really, really, really love this feature. I've actually used this quite a few times since it's come out. I don't even think that many people know about it, but it's really easy to get to. Just this little, cloud right here. And it just kind of zooms out and you can bring it in as much as it lets you, which is about there. But I really love that feature. Number 4, the performance and driving experience. This thing is so much fun to drive. I love driving it. It goes from 0 to 60 with the thrill of a high-end sports car, and this isn't even the performance model. This is the all-wheel drive, and this thing cranks. And it's all thanks to the instant torque you get. So if you are, on the freeway and you need to merge and you gotta do it quickly, this is the car to do it in. I used to have a Volkswagen CC, and when it was going, it was great, but to get it going took a little while. It was a turbo, but it didn't have, it's like 200 horsepower, I think, in that. And I'm trying to get this to a space where I can open it up a little bit. Doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to, but the handling is amazing. Easy to get in and out of lanes. I'm not saying to drive like an ass, because I hate when people are just driving recklessly. Like I said, this is the all-wheel drive model, so you get that stability in different weather conditions. And from what I've heard, the rear-wheel drive model does a pretty good job as well, just because of how heavy and the low center of gravity that the car has. One of my favorite things that once we got the Model Y, at first was it took me a little while to get used to, but once I did, I loved it. And I think this is the way of the future, is the one pedal driving, where you use the regenerative braking. I always have a hard time saying that word, or regen braking, to stop. So I don't have to use the brake. I can just let go of the accelerator, and right there I just kind of let it go loosely, like I'm feathering it, not completely letting it go, because if I were to let it go, it won't come to a complete stop depending how fast you're going. But hopefully I can kind of show you this, and I'm just going to speed it up just a little bit here, and I just let go of the accelerator completely. So I love the one pedal driving, which I very rarely have to hit the brake. Not to mention that with regen braking, you're actually also, quote unquote, charging the battery up a little bit, because it's using that energy and putting it back into the battery. I may be explaining that incorrectly, but that energy is being brought back into the battery and being used. Right now, this right here is what's telling me, I'm not going about 20 miles an hour right now, so I'm not really using that much here, but you'll see that if I let go of the brake for regen braking, this will go green, which I'll do in a quick second here. See there, showing you regen braking was active. Let's hit this a little bit. We got a little space here, so I'm just gonna let you see how that works. I'm gonna go over to the next lane, and just like that, I don't even know how fast we got to, but we were at 35, and I hit the accelerator and it just flies, man. I love that. So much fun to drive. Handling is great. Number 5, the spacious and practical design. So look how big this trunk is. So believe it or not, you're gonna have a lot of space in the Model 3. Not only have all of this, you can see how it goes far back. I can literally get in there if I wanted to. But you also have, excuse the one-handed usage here, but you also have space under this as well to put whatever you want on here. I have a little first aid kit from my Volkswagen, that is. This tire inflator here, and the mats that came with the car, and I don't know what else I have under there, but you have that space here. And then you also have space up front in the frunk right here. All I have, or what I'm storing in this right now, is just some blankets, as you can see right here. But you have the frunk, you have the trunk, and when you close it, make sure that you push right in here with 2 hands. You don't want to slam it, because it's not meant to be slammed, it's meant to be closed. slowly, and you just kind of put your hands right here, put your other hand on the other side there, and just push down, which I'll do in a little bit. And in the car, you have your cup holder here. You have more space down here, and I just got this little divider for the top, and then a big space on the bottom there. Then in here, more space that goes into this, that goes in here. A couple of dividers there to keep it a little bit more organized. And then you also have the space over here. Right now I have this water bottle, so I can show you better. Move that out of the way. You have space right there. Sorry for the really crappy quality right now. Same on this side here. The middle piece goes down, and then you can put that down and you'll see that there's cup holders in there. And with also not having the transmission, no transmission in this car, you get a flat footwell in the back. See that? So now you don't have, that bump that goes right here. Typically on most, on all ICE cars, all cars have transmissions. It's completely flat. So you can put stuff here, or you can have your passenger sit here without having, being cramped and having their foot on either side of the well. And if you have three people back here, they can be comfortably sat without having, that thing in the middle. Number 6, convenient home charging. Waking up every day with a full tank of charge is amazing. Eliminates all gas station visits. Whenever I drive by a gas station, I think to myself, thank God I don't have to do that. Right now it is, I don't even know, it's 34 degrees, which is not too cold. But when it's 10 degrees outside or feels like 10 degrees outside and you're out there for 5 minutes pumping gas, not fun. When you're running late and you need gas, not fun. When you said, hey, I'm gonna just do it tomorrow morning, and now it's tomorrow morning and there's all this traffic, not fun. So I am super happy that I don't have to do that anymore. Home charging is affordable, it's eco-friendly and stress-free. It's probably one of the biggest advantages of EV ownership. You park your car, plug it in, set your charge limits, and forget about it. For me, I don't have the range anxiety. I'm not driving hundreds of miles a day. So for what I use my car for and for what we use the Model Y for, we have no problems. We never feel like, oh man, like I need more battery, I need more charge, I need more miles, I need more range. We make sure that we plug it in when we need to and we have it ready when we need to. Yes, it is slower than going to a fast charger, but if you do need fast charging because you need to charge your battery quickly, just go to a fast charger. You'll pay more, maybe double. I think we saw 38 cents, but that's there for you if you need it. And make sure you have a plan and you schedule what you want to do and how you want to charge. But once you get into that routine, it's really not that hard. It's not something extra that you have to think about. You don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to get to the gas station and this and that, and the gas just went up or the gas just went down. As long as you have a good routine, it's already at home. That is if you have home charging set up at your home or have the ability to set up home charging at home. I know if you're in an apartment, it's a little bit different, but maybe you can ask your landlord, hey, can we put one of these up? I'll pay for the electricity or whatever it is, whatever. I don't know how, I'm talking about electricity if it's a apartment complex. Obviously, if it's your own apartment and you're paying for the electricity regardless, but you can make it work completely stress-free. Number 7, low running costs. Electricity is significantly cheaper than gas, and the Model 3 requires minimal maintenance. There's fewer moving parts, which means fewer repairs, saving you time and money over the long term. The biggest expenses are going to be your tires, not even brakes because you're not using them as much, wipers, and adding windshield wiper fluid to your car. Granted, bigger expenses could happen. Faulty battery, faulty charging unit, things do happen, but for the most part, those are covered under your warranty for the first 4 years of the car, or 100,000 miles, I think, 120. Forget what the actual number is. And then the battery is covered for longer than that. I think it's 8 years, maybe. Forget how many battery or how many miles, but I'll put that on the screen. I currently pay a little under 10 cents for my electricity at my house. And granted, that's just the supply distribution charge, which is also 10 cents. So, it's about 20 cents that I'm paying because a lot of places don't add in the distribution charge, just a supply. So just be aware of that. So whatever you're paying, at least for us here, I use Pico in Pennsylvania. We get charged for supply and as well as distribution, which is the same, it's a little under 10 cents. So I'm just going to say up 10 cents and 10 cents, which equals equals 20 cents. So just keep that in mind when you are doing your math. See if you're getting charged for both of those things. But it's still super cheap as opposed to gas. I think it's like $3 or $4 to charge this car, and that is when it's like at 20% all the way up to about 70 to 80%. And I'll put some of those on the screen for you to check out. Number 8, it's sleek design and aesthetics. I actually like the redesigned Model 3 more than I like the original Model 3. I thought that the Model 3 was like scrunched up, and there's actually one coming right by right now, right there. And it almost, to me, looks like a frog. And I didn't like that look. So I like that they redesigned this Model 3 to not have that same smushed look. It almost looked like they got a Model S and they just kind of went like this and scrunched it together, and that's what they got. So I really do like the new Model 3, what everyone calls the Highland. This design is more aerodynamic and it's super stylish, obviously very functional because of that. Has a clean, modern interior with minimalist dashboard and expansive glass roof. Everyone that gets into the car always says, oh wow, I didn't realize that this whole roof was glass, except for that little pillar in the middle, but it's beautiful. I think its eye-catching design turns heads and stands out from other cars on the road. I really do like this redesigned Model 3, quote unquote, the Highland. Let me know what you think of this new redesigned Model 3. Number 9, the entertainment and tech integration. So you're charging your car and you have your passengers with you and you want to watch, I don't know, Netflix? Use your phone, right? Or you can go to theater and log into Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, TikTok if you wanted to, and watch whatever you want. Let's go right to YouTube. And you can see, you can watch whatever video that you want. Let's turn this one on. Let's put the volume down so it doesn't take it over. But you can watch it in theater mode, so that way the whole screen is taken up and you can sit here and have hours and hours of watch time. And yeah, that's great. Or maybe, somebody's watching TV. You only have one TV in your house, 2 TVs in your house, 4 TVs, whatever, how many TVs you have, and they're all being used. You come outside, some peace and quiet, and you can watch whatever you want out here. Not only do you get YouTube, Netflix to watch, but you also have whatever streaming services that you use as well. So here I have Spotify, podcast, Amazon Music, and I showed you earlier how you can get more sources here. Let's throw YouTube Music on there. Let's do Apple Music. So if you go down here, now these will be down here as well. So you can log in to those if you wanted to. But like I said, the more you put in there, then you'll see them down there. So let's get rid of the ones that you don't need, so that way it's less clutter down at the bottom there. So this integrates perfectly with whatever, music, streaming music, music streaming service that you use. You can play whatever it is that you want. You have podcasts for Amazon Music. You go to your library, and it all integrates seamlessly. Even though I will say that the Amazon Music app is a little quirky, doesn't always work, and it'll stop working. The Spotify one is a lot better with some of the bugs. Amazon Music was added more recently, so that is maybe why it's not the best. But hopefully it gets better as the time goes on. You can also use your voice to open whatever you want. So open YouTube. So you don't always have to go into the system to see what is, to open any one of your streaming services. You can use your voice as well. Open Spotify. Play latest music. As you can see, it's playing something here. I'm going to keep the volume down. Play music by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And there you go. Easy as that. You can be driving You don't have to touch anything on the screen. Use your voice to do that. Number 10, the premium sound system. The Tesla Model 3 Highland has a 17-speaker sound system with dual subwoofers and dual amplifiers. Mind you, this is the all-wheel drive. If you get the rear-wheel drive, you get less speakers, but this delivers an immersive audio experience perfectly engineered for music lovers. I love the sound system. I love music. I play the bass, and I love bass. So this thing bumps. I'm gonna play something from audio.com, which is the royalty-free music software that I use for my videos, so I don't get any copyright hits on this today. Let me play something real quick. So let's play it.
Yeah, let's get with it, man. Hey, answer the question, I tell him I'm Superman. Yeah, I showed him my girl, I showed him I do it, man. Yeah, pull her real nice and I do it like Superman. They ask you with it, man. I pull her right down, but I'm doing like Superman. Hey, back with the vengeance, I'm back with the vibe, and I'm doing, man. Hey, pull her right down like a Superman. Pull her right down like a Superman. Pull her right down like a Superman. Homie, I'm back on my road then. Doing this shit, I'm the GOAT, man. Feeling the pep that I chose, man. It's the right one, so it goes, man. I ain't back as a rope, man, when it's dead. When I pull it right down, feel legit. So I wouldn't really care what you're saying right now, man. I didn't really care what your is. Hey, back and do it, I'ma get it. Homie, I don't run.
What do you think? I think it bumps. And I have the little the cover in the back of the, in the trunk that I made a video of not too long ago. And it kind of, I don't know if it really helps with, you know, making the music a little bit clearer or better. But it bumps, and you can go here. Let me just pause that, and you have all your audio settings right here, your tone, your balance, your options, so you can move this wherever you want. I like to have it right in the middle. You know, you have all your options here, which I don't really use there, and then your sources. Something that I saw in one of the videos that I watched on Teslas from Jeremiah Jones, actually, which is a great YouTuber for Teslas. Highly recommend him. Is getting rid of the stuff that you don't use, because otherwise you'll see it here, and if you don't need them, you can just get rid of them. Like, I don't use Tidal, I don't use Apple Music, so all the ones that I do use, I leave on, so that way this over here is less cluttered. So that's a little extra bonus tip there for you. And you can customize your audio settings. Like I said earlier, I like the immersive sound high. I don't know if I really see a difference with that. But like I said, I love bass, and it's probably a little too high for most people, but I want it to bump. And you might have heard a little rattling in the back. You know, Teslas are kind of known for that. So, you know, maybe I'll make a video on stuff that I don't like about the Tesla. I think that might be one of the next videos that we make. Things I do not like about Tesla, but this video is about the stuff that I love about this Tesla. So let's keep on going. So on to our bonus point number 1. It's eco-friendly and sustainable. So driving electric reduces your carbon footprint and supports sustainable living, as well as the Model 3's energy efficiency and use of recycled materials make it an eco-conscious choice. Bonus point number 2. Quiet and comfortable ride. Its silent operation eliminates engine noise, creating a peaceful cabin experience. Its smooth ride quality enhances comfort during every journey. They've definitely upgraded the comfort, the suspension in this car over the Model 3. From what I've heard, I can't confirm that because I didn't have a Model 3, but I can tell you that this thing drives like a dream. And I didn't include these in my original top 10 or my top 10 because inherently all EVs are eco-friendly and sustainable, as well have a quiet and, for the most part, a comfortable ride because there is no engine noise. So you don't have to be worrying about, you know, having a loud exhaust, waking up the neighbors, accelerating and going from 0 to 60 and what, I don't even know, was it 4.1, 3.9 in the all-wheel drive, and being super loud. It just does it. To me, it sounds like a jet engine. And that sounds weird because jet engines are obviously loud, but like that humming of the jet engine. Because there is like a very low audible or noticeable audible sound, whatever you want to say, that it's like, and it's like what you would hear if you're inside, you know, of the plane. But even lower. Not sure if that makes sense at all, but that's how I feel about that noise that you hear from the car itself. These are the 10 reasons why I love my Tesla Model 3. Let me know if you would add any more to this list. And there's probably some that I forgot. I really do love driving this car and what it has to offer. It's not perfect, that's for sure, but it's great nonetheless. Thanks for watching, and if you've liked this video, give it a nice thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all, put them down in the description. I always say description. In the comment section down below. And like always, keep on living a modern lifestyle through technology. See you on the next one. Peace. Bye.